Have you ever noticed how selfish or self-serving today's prophets are? Now, there's a whole lot wrong with this. Forget the fact that she's a woman. Let a whole nother story. Correct. She should not be up doing this. But let's just look at what she's doing, and you'll see that this is kind of indicative of today's false, fake, modern-day prophets.
Come on, lift your hands. Come on, lift your hands. Now, I got the mic. You got to be quiet a little bit. I got the mic. Thank you. When I give up the mic, you can do whatever you want. Can't overtalk me. That's right, I'm the prophet right now. Come on, lift your hands. That's how we do everything that we want. Because you don't know who's a prophet right now. Don't do that. Don't do it. Wrong night. Wrong girl.
So we see this kind of thing happening more and more, where people just believe that they are far superior. They think that they're better. They want you to treat them that way. They want you to bow down. They want you to see them as someone special. But when you think about someone like a Paul, a Barnabas, people who we know were full of the Spirit, who were clearly used by God, when the people actually decided on their own to heap praise and to treat them like they were somebody special, what was Paul's response? Remember, in Acts 14:12, they said to them, they began calling Barnabas Zeus and Paul Hermes because he was a chief speaker. Look at Paul, look at their reaction to the people. The priest of Zeus, whose temple was just outside the city, brought oxen and garland and to the gates and wanted to offer sacrifice to the crowds. They wanted to show their honor to them. They want to, who knows, do whatever to them, make them, give them the royal treatment. But what happens? Paul heard of it, and Barnabas and Paul heard of it, and they tore their robes and rushed out into the crowd, saying, "Men, why are you doing these things? We are also men of the same nature as you, and preach the gospel. The focus that you ought to have is not on us, but on who the gospel is preached about." You don't see that nowadays. Now, what does she say? "I'm speaking. I'm the prophet." Be quiet, because you don't never know who the prophet is. Well, clearly you're not. Clearly no one respects you. Clearly you want to be seen as something special. But the Bible does say not to think more highly of yourself than you ought to, but you want people to think highly of you. This lady has no business. As a matter of fact, if you're watching this person, if you're listening to people like this, something's wrong with you. There is something spiritually, and maybe, who knows, maybe emotional or mentally, I don't know, wrong with you to follow someone that is clearly, obviously a fraud. Someone that's wanting you to treat them special. Who did that? Who begged for that? We saw Jesus himself being humble, but you've got today's prophets, these modern day self-proclaimed prophets who are doing this, one to profit off of you, P-R-O-F-I-T, because they give you these vague face false prophecies, and you still follow them. Not only does it say something about them, but it also says a lot about you, the fact that you would follow these people. What are you looking for? What is it that you're looking for that you're willing to even follow someone who is foolishly giving you the scriptures, who is the blind leading the blind? What is it about you that would cause you to look after these people? The Bible even gives an instruction to people who are in leadership. He says, I exhort you elders, as the fellow elder Peter is saying this in 1 Peter 5. He says to shepherd the flock among you, not exercising oversight, not under compulsion, but voluntarily, according to the will of God, and not for sort of gain, which we see a lot of these. They're going to take up an offering after this, I can guarantee you, but with eagerness, not yet as lording it over those allotted to your charge, but proving to be an example to the flock. This lady is not an example. One, again, she shouldn't be up there, but some of these other folks we see up there, they're not examples. Well, I take it back. They are examples. They're examples of what not to be. They're examples of greedy people, boastful people, proud people, arrogant folks who are really insecure, who want to portray an air of superiority over you. That's the example that they're saying. And notice what he says. And when the chief shepherd appears, you will receive an unfading crown of glory. They won't receive what they're looking for when he comes back because of how they behave. This woman has no business being up there, but the way that she's responding, listen, I don't care that you're praising God. That's not my issue. Right now, I need you to shut up while I'm prophesying. That's really what she wants. If that's who you're following, then you're getting the leader you deserve. Amen.